Hey YouTube, this is Kaiser. I'm going to be doing a deck profile here today on an updated build of me and my girlfriend's Pale Moon build. Mostly she plays it. Every now and then I borrow it from her to play a few games because I think Pale Moon's really fun. So, yeah, I thought instead of just barraging you with all set 13 stuff for a while, I'll throw in some updates to other decks as well. So, I'm going to get started. Starting Vanguard is the Girl Who Crossed the Gap. This card is overall probably the most balanced in terms of everything it does for a starter in Pale Moon, by which I don't mean she's weak, by which I mean she's probably overall, if you look at them all, she's probably the best, considering she has very, very few downsides if you can say she has any at all. She's just trades up for whatever you want later on in the game. For triggers, we have our 4 Poison Juggler. He has a very good skill that you can use later on in the game to push for game. Well, it sucks that he's a crit and you don't want to give up that 10 shield, but. And then we have our 3 Dynamite Jugglers for a total of 7 crit. Then we have 5 Draw Triggers. I like having the extra draw power for this build. This build utilizes it to get combos off, as well as I kind of view Pale Moon as like a combo-based aggro deck, and decks that can be aggro and need to push heavy to get your opponent in that corner they need to finish them. They kind of need some extra advantage to replace like things that get lost. Like to put the extra push out, you have to expose rear guards to attacks and stuff where your opponent can plus off of it or retiring them. So, and then for our last trigger, we have our 4 heals. Oh, I wanted to mention, the reason I'm not running Rainbow Magicians is that he's only a 4K. His effect is cool and all, but it does go back to the deck, but it's also weak. You don't always have a good chance of a 4K boost actually hitting so that he can go back. And if that boost, if you use his effect and you do that soul charge before you add him back to the deck, you end up soul charging a trigger off of that, which actually happens quite a lot. I'm not saying it happens every time, I understand the probability of it, but it does happen. Then it was all for nothing. So it's kind of a gamble. So I just prefer the draws for their 5K power. Onto the grade 1s. We have our 4 perfects, 4 purple trapeze. She's like the heart and soul of Pale Moon as far as I'm concerned. You could run 3, but I like running 4 just to consistently get her. Whether you draw her or get her soul charge, she's good either way. So then we have 4 Midnight Bunny. One of the best cards I feel like that is in the clan. A booster that can turn any attacker into a pressured attack where the opponent wants to block it seems good to me, especially since your opponent's going to have to worry about you going off the combos. Then 1 Skull Juggler for a decent booster who can help build up soul. It's a problem the deck has if you don't get to ride your Breakride first to do soul charging. And then 1 Fire Juggler who's kind of like a backup Vanguard only Midnight Bunny. However, it also doesn't need to hit, so once you get to late game, she's threatening without even having to hit. Onto the grade 2s. 4 Barking Cerberus and 1 Doll for a total of 5 10K vanillas. It doesn't matter too much which ones you're using in any ratio. I just do it like this because, well, I'm saying but my girlfriend likes the dog better than the doll, so that's why we have that. And then we have 3 Nitro Juggler. He's a decent 9k attacker, and when you call him or ride him, you get to soul charge. So again, if things don't go quite the way you want, he's extra soul charge power and he builds up a bigger soul, so you have a bigger toolbox of options. And then last grade 2 are 3 flying hippogriff who can attack for 11, which is actually pretty relevant. And then our grade 3s, 4 Miracle Pop Ava and 4 Chelsea. Obviously, no one's going to really argue Ava. However, not everyone likes Chelsea. I much prefer Chelsea because she just adds a lot more. She's more aggressive than like other options, like Reverse Luquier, where she can just fill up the field and she can hit easily with that 3k added when she's boosted. So, alright, that covers this. Just an update. Thank you for watching.